Good morning, this is Royce. Welcome back at you with yet another fast food fave. And today on the docket, we are delving back into the realm of pizza, and we're going to a place that I've not visited on this show before. I don't think so, anyway. My brain's going through all the stupid episodes I've done. Anyway, today on the docket we have Domino's pizza. No, that's Little Caesars. I can't remember what Domino's slogan is. Emergency pizza, cracked glass. So this is an interesting one because this is a this is a recreation of something I used to do, though I did not do it this time. You see, working night audit, especially during the summer, you'd get a lot of people ordering pizza, and the pizza places, because you were giving them business, would leave little coupons at the front desk for you. Now, most of them have stopped this now, but Domino's used to give us these little tokens where if you collected 6 of them, you would exchange them for a free medium pizza, any kind. And so this was my go-to order: a medium Philly cheesesteak pizza. What is the Philly cheesesteak pizza? Oh, and I got thin crust, because of course I did. And it's cold. Why is it cold? Because I look, it was really goopy. I didn't want to eat it hot because it'd be everywhere, and then I fell asleep, and now I'm eating cold pizza. Sorry. So, what is all on the Philly cheesesteak pizza? So it's their white sauce, which is their Alfredo sauce, plus, and their normal mozzarella, obviously. But then they have this thing called Philly beef, which is just steakums, and then onions, green bell peppers, mushrooms, and American cheese. And the result is a very, very convincing facsimile of a very stereotypical Philly steak sandwich. There's a little bit of chicken on this one. Not bad. Now, um, most pizza places use red onions whenever they use onions. For some reason, Domino's only has white onions. I'm not sure why. Like, they work on this pizza, but I've also had it on their spinach and feta, and it does not work on the spinach and feta. Like, for some reason, the spinach and feta only comes, doesn't come with tomatoes, but it does come with onions. So you would have to order it with, or basically you have to order it sub tomatoes, or sub tomatoes for the onions, or no tomatoes, or no onions sub in tomatoes, if you want it to be a proper pizza margherita. Bleh. And it's not even a real pizza margherita because it doesn't have basil on it. I should try just a legitimate pizza margherita sometime. Like, get it from a fancy place, like Gusto's in Des Moines or something. Maybe Pizza King in Council Bluffs. Yes, there is a place in Council Bluffs called Pizza King, and it is actually one of the fanciest restaurants I've ever eaten at. It's funny. And I suppose you're also asking why thin crust. Well, it's a realization I came to. I used to order it pan style because Domino's did a pan pizza that was equitable to Pizza Hut's, but like the problem is that like the pan pizza really lends itself to the tomato sauce and like it's basically eating a it's basically like a it's basically just a fry bread topped with marinara sauce and stuff, but it doesn't lend itself well to the Philly cheesesteak in my experience. So I started ordering it thin crust style, and honestly, I like it a lot better. It's very crackery, like almost like pie crust style. It's really good. Like the sensation that Taco John's or where'd that come from? Sorry, I just woke up. The sensation that Domino's thin crust gives me is a beef pot pie minus the gravy, which oh man, this would taste amazing with some brown gravy actually. And like a lot of people love Domino's now. It used to be like people were like, "Oh, Domino's, that place sucks," but like now they like it better than Pizza Hut, and I'm just like, "No, you can't diss the Hut." One day, one day, I'm gonna do a fast food fave all about Pizza Hut's cheesy breadsticks, and I'm just gonna eat a ton of those because I love them so much, along with that really sweet marinara sauce. That's the good stuff. Oh, man, the whoop. The onion on this thing is really, really potent. Usually, when you bake a pizza, like the onion flavor isn't as bad. Like another one of my favorite things from Pizza Hut is their Supreme Pizza because it's the only Supreme Pizza that doesn't come with olives. And there's onion on that, but it's not as perverse or it's not as potent as this. I'm just Freudian slipping all over the place today. A perverse onion, yes, the Master Roshi onion. Of course, I think what most people think of with Domino's is the Noid, obviously. Who was brought back with their new pizza robot ad campaign, which no one's going to use because, like, one, self-driving cars are, especially for the moment, a pretty flawed industry. And two, it'd be way too expensive to upkeep. Um, oh, for me personally, I always think of like to me, Domino's is a very '80s brand. I think partially because of the Will Vinton, because like of the Will Vinton Noid commercials, but also Goonies. I'm pretty sure the pizza Chunk eats is Domino's when he's leaning against the table and his shake squirts on him. Not leaning against the window when the Fratellis are driving by him. And then his mom brings him a Domino's pizza at the end of the film. Like, as much as I don't like some of like the weird product placement in Stranger Things with like Eggos and KFC, it does kind of make sense because that kind of product placement was in 80s films. Like, I'm surprised Home Alone didn't do a big cross promotion with any pizza chain because, like, Kevin wanting a cheese pizza, like, that's something you could sell. And one of my personal traditions is I watch Home Alone once a year on Christmas because I'm usually at work, and I order a cheese pizza from one of the few places that's open at the time, and I just suffer through it because that movie makes me crave cheese pizza. The thing I don't like most about Domino's, though, like, because, like, again, this is fast food fave, they wouldn't be here if they weren't good. But, um, I used to try to get the meat lovers from them, but I stopped doing it because, excuse me, their sausage looks disgusting. It's this gray, undercooked, ugly looking lump. And, like, the sausage in the pizza industry's never looked very pretty. I often joke that Pizza Hut sausage looks like cat turds. But it's because that that they're small and that they cook a bunch in the pizza oven that they're edible. Domino's barely gets a char on it, and it looks terrible. Man, this really does kind of like eating it cold really does send home the pie influence of it all. We need to bring back savory pies because, like, right now it's just kind of like pot pies and that's it. I'm wondering if I should eat this whole pizza now. Also, I'm sorry I'm drinking out of the soda bottle again. I need to wash this thing out. It still tastes like... Maybe just throw it away. It's disposable. It tastes like... It still tastes like energy drink, and I hate the taste. Man, their mushrooms have no flavor, but... Mushrooms are kind of a texture thing anyway. My mom and brother actually got a pizza from Pizza Hut a week or two ago. Not Pizza Hut. Little Domino's. And it was pepperoni, pineapple, peppers, and mushrooms. No, not mushrooms. It was some fourth thing. And, like, oh, it might have been mushrooms because I think it was for my grandma Cindy, and she likes mushrooms. And they gave me the leftovers of it, and it was so strange. Because, like, I don't like pineapple on pizza, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, everyone's either like, oh, pineapple on pizza is amazing, or pineapple on pizza is disgusting. Like, I don't prefer it, but I will eat it. Olives, though. Olives is awful. Olives are all. Bleh, sorry. Doesn't matter what color they're. They taste terrible. And I've given olives the college try. I My brother had some artisanal blue cheese olives back in 2022. No, it might have been in 2020. It might have been last year. And I tried them and I was like, oh, this is terrible. Sometimes you just don't like stuff. Anyway, I think I've eaten enough of this. You might have noticed that I was eating around the crust. Or I was eating the crust bits first. That's because one thing I like to do with the square cut pizzas is save the center, because usually that's the best part. But honestly, with this like very crackery crust, I like the outer bits better. Anyway, y'all have a good one. This is Royce Miller. I'm outie.